We've all done a fair amount of reflection on 2024 and the men or the woman that we've become or grown to or developed into. Are you happy with that result? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Hebrews chapter 12, because as we all have these New Year's resolutions and goals and we look ahead to 2025, who's the person that you want to become? What are you living for? Who are you living for? And why are you living for that reason? Just a few questions to think about. And for me, since 2023, I start the year off with laying out a few words to describe my year and how I intend for it to go. So the two words that I have down for 2025 are growth and consistency. I want to grow in my relationship with God. I want to grow to become the man that I would look up to if I were a kid. I want to become more consistent in my relationship with God, right? Reading the Bible daily, going to church, praying, and doing all things to work on my relationship with Him, as well as others here on earth. I want to become consistent in my work and just overall in general with my energy and who I am. I want to be the same man every single day. And I think Hebrews 12 does a great job of talking about what the focus should be. And if our eyes are focused on the Lord and what's most important, then our blinders are on. And it helps remove those temptations, the noise, the distractions, all the things that may be trying to tear us apart from the man or the woman that we want to become. So I'm going to start off by reading Hebrews chapter 12. It says, "So we have learned about many people who trusted God. They are like a very big crowd all around us to show us what is right. We must be like people who run in a race. We must throw away everything that stops us from running well. The sins that we do make us fall down very easily. We must not let these sins rule us. We must continue to be strong as we run the race that God has prepared for us. As we run, we must always look toward Jesus. He's the one who trusted God completely. Our faith starts with Him, and He will help us to trust God all the way to the end. Jesus accepted punishment on the cross. He chose to receive much pain. He did not think about being ashamed to die like that. So if you think about your race that you're running, the path that God has led for you, who are you running that race for? And what's the impact that you're having? Are you allowing these distractions to pull you away from your bottom line and take you away from doing what's right? Then it goes on to say, you have been fighting against sin in your lives, but you have not yet had to fight like that until someone kills you. God speaks to you as His children. Do not ever forget these words in the Bible that will make you strong. My son, when the Lord shows you what is right, do not easily forget it. Do not be upset when He punishes you. The Lord does that to everyone that He loves. He punishes everyone that He accepts as His son. And what this is saying is that we all have that feeling of what's right and what's wrong. And when we convert back to doing what's wrong, when we know it's wrong, we have that guilt, that shame from doing what's wrong, and we constantly go back through that cycle of, okay, just one more time. What it's telling us here is that we know it's wrong and we shouldn't be doing it. Again, the focus should be on God and should be on doing what's right based on what the Bible tells us. In verse 7, it says, when you suffer in life, you must be patient and strong. Remember that God is teaching you what is right because you are His children. There has never been any son whose father did not punish him. God teaches all His children not to do wrong things. So if He does not punish you, it shows you that you're not really His children. Instead, you are like children who do not really belong to Him. Also, we've all had human fathers who punished us. As a result, we respected them. So think about our Father that our spirits belong to. We must surely obey Him, and then He will give us true life. Our human fathers punished us for a few years. They did this in a way that they thought was good, but God punished us in a way that will really help us. And as a result, we can become completely good, like He is. Punishment never makes us happy at the time that we receive it. No, the pain makes us sad, but later on we know that the punishment has taught us good things. It helps us to live in a right way that gives us peace in our minds. So be strong as you serve God. If your hands feel weak, lift them up. If your knees are not strong, stand up straight. Walk straight in front of you, step by step. Your example will help other Christians to serve God well. People who cannot walk well will not fall down. Instead, their legs will become strong again. And so basically, what this is saying is that we've all had fathers. We've all disappointed our fathers at some point in our life. And as a result, I'm sure, just like I have received consequences for that, you have as well. And what it's saying is that there's consequences for our actions. And God's going to put us in situations that we may not all want to go through, but there's a lesson to be learned through those situations. It's our job to navigate through those and rely on God's strength to get through those situations. But it's inevitable that God's going to punish us. We're going to go through things that we may not feel comfortable going through, but ultimately God's going to lead us through those. He's going to give us the strength to get through those things. And then the last part that it's saying is to lead a consistent life ultimately, right? When you're feeling weak, don't let that emotion take over. Don't allow that emotion of feeling weak to deter you from doing what's right. And this is what the Bible calls us. In verse 13, it says that your example will help other Christians to serve God well. And so it's not necessarily for me, although I'm sure it will help me, but focusing on my consistency and my growth in my relationship with God will help be a good example for others. And so I just wanted to share that message with you guys because, again, we're in 2025 now. We all have our goals and things that we're looking forward to. But ultimately, were you happy with the person that you became in 2024? If not, this is a new year to change it. So I hope that you guys found value in this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate your time.